wonderful, wonderful small town America shops, and they really have added a great bit of shopping and working very hard towards taking Cary Street to completely no cars. Hey guys, this is Erin. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living in Richmond, Virginia, hit that like button, click subscribe, and click that little bell so you're notified every time we release a new video. Hey, I'm Erin Melton and welcome to Living in Richmond, Virginia. Today we'll be talking about what $1 million gets you in this super neat area of the city of Richmond, which is the Carillon district. So let's dive right in. A perfect example of a home in the $1 million price point would be 3014 Rugby Road. So this one is slightly over $1 million. This is at 1.1, and the awesome thing about this is you have a beautiful overlook view of the Carillon Dogwood Dell area. So this house, and what you can expect in this area, is they're going to be older homes that were built in the 20s, so the architecture is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Expect, just like you'd find in this home, that you'll have about 4 bedrooms, and in this $1 million plus price point, you will definitely have at least 2.5 bathrooms. If you've watched any of my other videos and some of the lower price points, say around $600,000, that's not a guarantee in these historic sort areas. Whereas if you hit over $1 million, you're definitely going to get at least 2.5 bathrooms. I love this brick home because it really just gives you a real good idea of the architecture of this particular time period, and also the quintessential Richmond Carillon area home. This neighborhood is so charming and beautiful. You'll have to check it out. You will see sidewalks everywhere. You'll have a great front brick wall, so giving you a little bit of partition from your neighborhoods and also from the street. Just the winding sidewalks in front to your beautiful front porch. And the wonderful thing about this particular style of home in the era that it was built in is you're going to get 9-foot ceilings. So yes, this is an older home, but you just weren't in that era yet that you're going to have those teeny tiny little ceilings that you feel like you're caving in sort of thing. Wonderful that you have even 8.5-foot ceilings on the second floor. That's something that is very unique. Wonderful, amazing architecture. You're going to love the foyer, the archways, the exposed brick, the curved staircase and the rails, the wood flooring throughout. This is the quintessential Carillon Richmond area home. The good thing is you still have plenty of formal rooms if you decide that you want to entertain. And a lot of people in these more modern homes, that they've kind of blown out a lot of the walls, that they like to have those formal areas that they can host the big meals, you know, with a formal dining room at the holidays or a living room. But the nice thing is you have on this one, they have converted over to a gas fireplace. Plus, big plus always is it does have a sunroom. And the nice thing is that's 3 walls of windows. So again, this is a great home that is older, but because of those higher ceilings and all of the windows, you're going to have great natural light and gives you a great idea of what to expect in this time period. Awesome thing about this, even though it is an older home and that was not necessarily indicative of that price of that era of homes, you do have an eating kitchen in there, which they've added skylights, and it opens up right to the family room. So again, in this price point and in this area, you can expect there's going to be a lot of renovations. There's been a lot of room walls that have been removed, and more importantly, because of the price point and the area that you're in, this is going to be very quality renovation constructions, not a bunch of hairy homeowner, just everybody kind of throwing stuff together. Great that you have a first floor laundry room that has lots of shelving, and in this area, it is pretty common that you're going to find a basement. Keep in mind though, that is not included in the square footage for the finished square footage, and that's very common. We always break them up. Oh, the best thing too, you're in sitting living, and once you're in that $1 million plus price point, expect to have at least a 1 or 2 car garage. This one does have a detached one, and that even has an automatic door. The cool thing about this neighborhood and this particular home as well is that you're going to have some nice accents behind your garage for if you don't park your car in the garage, but at least you can get up there, alleyway, a little extra parking, that sort of thing. And the most important thing, off-street parking, which is very, very desirable. you know, the best thing about living right by the Carillon is, of course, having the Carillon Tower right there, being able to enjoy all the different festivals and different things that go on in the park, and just having it right there outside your steps. So you're gonna love, you got playgrounds right there, public tennis courts, lots of jogging, biking trails, public dog parks, etc. And of course, you are in the heart of a really pretty part of the city. You've got plenty of nearby schools right there. Lewis Harrod Stone Elementary, Albert Hill Middle, and then Thomas Jefferson High. I will say that the majority of people that do purchase in this price point, and again, back to the disclaimer, make sure you go to the Richmond City public school site to verify any schools. Don't go off of my video, don't go off of Zillow, don't go off of Realtor.com. Definitely rely on the actual source. I will say, for most people that are buying in this price point, in this particular area of the city of Richmond, most are going to be exploring private school ideas and also options. There are a ton of great private schools right there in the city. St. Catherine's is one idea. Obviously, you can do something like Collegiate. All the different ones, you have some options out there for sure. So definitely look into St. Christopher's. You actually have, even though you're in the city, you've got a lot of nearby grocery options so that you can easily walk, bike, not take your car if you don't want to. In fact, that's always why you want to live in the city, is to be more walkable or more convenient to things so you don't have to rely on your car. A great fresh market right around the way. You have Kroger, Publix. Of course, you've got your Food Line and that ever popular Elwood Thompson. If you haven't been down to Cary Town or to Cary Street, in fact, if you've never been there before, you're gonna love this location because you're so convenient to it. Wonderful, wonderful small town America shops, and they really have added a great bit of shopping and working very hard towards taking Cary Street to completely no cars, which I know we would all appreciate because it's already kind of a little crazy with the cars there. But they put a brand new Publix right in there and a whole bunch of shopping right at the very top of things. You're really going to enjoy that, having right there for you. Okay, let's give you another example of what you can get in that $1 million price point in this Carillon area of the city of Richmond. 905 Spotswood Road would be another great example of a home of what you can get. So this one is also just slightly above $1 million. This is at 1.135. And it's a modern rancher. Great thing about these older homes is many times the original owners ended up buying a double lot to construct a home on, and that's what you would get in this particular thing. And you are literally in the center of Bird Park. If you are not familiar with the city of Richmond, if you've never lived here, or perhaps you did live here at some point, you went to BCU or you visited, this is one of the prettiest spots in Richmond. So this house was built a little bit further on. This is an older home built in the 50s. It has 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, and you have that 3-car garage, which is so important if you're going to be in the city. The biggest challenge for people has to do with the parking. Once you hit that $1 million plus price point, you're not going to have any issues with having your own private parking. Great modern floor plan, which is centered around a very open concept. And again, this is another example of a home that I love, that they've really blown out the walls and made it less choppy. You know, you've got a great living room, dining room, kitchen, and wonderful deck access. Again, that's very common in this area. You do have a full basement, which actually is finished and features a rec room, a flex room, your workshop room, and also the attached garage, which is nice. It's not detached. Outside, you also have a detached 2-car garage, plus lots of parking accessible from the street in the alley, plus a whole house generator. Now, Richmond, Virginia, we don't have horrible storms. We're further inland. We don't have to worry so much about the hurricanes and different things that go in. However, when we do have a lot of rains, more than anything, it's the trees. So having a whole house generator around here is not a bad idea for if you do have that your power flickering out there. Let's talk about, again, we talked about things that were very important and accessible. This house is no different. You have Dogwood Dell right there, the amphitheater, you have the dog park, and of course you have Maymont Park right there. You have the North Bank Trail at the Carillon, and back again to public tennis, Carytown, very close, that we talked about. There's some great stores, so many great restaurants down there as well. All the same schools as the one that we talked about. Remember to go to the public website for the actual city of Richmond so you can see some different things. All of your grocery stores super close to this is one. Remember that brand new Publix that they put in right there at the top of Carytown, and also very popular Edward Thompson. Great meat, great cheeses, super wonderful produce. I know that anytime I am looking to do a picnic, I was introduced by a real Richmonder that we went on a picnic, and that was always where we'd go to Elwood Thompson to pick up some tomatillos and just some beautiful things. So there you have it. That gives you a really good idea of around the $1 million price point, what kind of home to expect and what you can get in the Carillon area. If you're curious about other homes in different price points or other neighborhoods around the Carillon area, please be sure to leave some comments in the below. Until next time, we'll see you, and remember, leave everything better. Once again, if this is your first time to our channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living in Richmond, Virginia, tap that like button, hit subscribe, and click that little bell so you're notified every time we release a new video.